With less than 10 days until its deadline, the U.S. scrambles to get all Americans and allies out of Afghanistan. How a local woman helped an El Cajon family escape to safety after the Taliban took over.
As COVID cases spike across the U.S., so do hospitalizations. The alarming trend around the country that may soon reach San Diego hospitals.
And a new law is helping California students who struggled with virtual learning during the pandemic. The new numbers raising questions about whether parents and students had enough time to take full advantage of the law.
ABC 10 News at 6 starts now.
Even as the U.S. works feverishly to evacuate Americans and Afghan allies from Kabul, there are concerns the August 31st deadline to have everyone out won't be long enough. Good evening. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. At least 16,000 people have been evacuated in the last 24 hours alone, more than 37,000 in just the past week. The Taliban has warned that extending the August 31st deadline would cross a, quote, red line. A U.S. official said this afternoon they believe it is highly unlikely the deadline will be extended.
He went the next day. He couldn't get through. His kids got dehydrated. They were getting crushed. They were getting stampeded.
And we're also learning more about an El Cajon family's harrowing escape from Afghanistan after the Taliban took over. Our ABC 10 News reporter Michael Chen shows us how a local woman helped get them to safety.
In 2017, while volunteering for a nonprofit advocating for immigrants, Amanda Maddie helped resettle a family of 4 in El Cajon, including a former Afghan interpreter, his wife, and 2 young sons. Maddie, a Navy veteran, helped furnish their apartment. She and the father became friends.
He was one of my best volunteers. He got helped and then he started helping others. They're a wonderful family. We've gotten, pretty close.
The family welcomed a new baby a few years ago. Then, on the day the Taliban took over, Maddie got a frantic message from her friend on Facebook. The family was in Afghanistan for the funeral of a family member who passed from COVID and were trapped in Kabul.
I was very afraid for them.
Maddie knew the family was a target.
And I told him, I said, and take anything that you have as far as documents, your green cards, everything. I said, put them in a plastic baggie and bury them, hide them for now in case the Taliban starts going house to house.
Meanwhile, Maddie went to work calling her military contacts, which eventually led to the office of Arkansas Senator Tom Cotton. With help from his staff, the family was emailed a gate pass for the airport, but they would still have to get there on their own. Last Thursday, the father shot this video near the airport before they had to turn around.
He couldn't get through. His kids got dehydrated. They were getting crushed. They were getting stampeded.
The next day, they tried again.
They literally had to push and shove.
With an assist from the senator's office, the family was told to be in a certain spot at a certain time.
The guards or the Americans inside the airport would know at this time, try to help them come in.
On Friday, Maddie got this message. The family was inside the airport.
I was crying. I was a mess.
Michael Chen, ABC 10 News.
Maddie is not sure how the family got past the Taliban checkpoints, but she says there are routes around those checkpoints. She tells us the family is back on American soil after landing in Washington, D.C. just a few hours ago.
Those who've been waiting for full approval should go get your shot now.
President Biden today urged anyone with lingering doubts about the COVID-19 vaccination to get the shot. His message comes after a major breakthrough in the fight against COVID-19. The FDA gave full approval to Pfizer's coronavirus vaccine. It's the first COVID vaccine to get full approval. And more than 200 million Pfizer doses have been given in the United States, but more than 80 million eligible Americans are still not vaccinated. According to one study, about a third of those people said that they would get the shot if it was fully approved by the FDA. Federal health officials hope that's the case.
It's actually unusual for an application for full approval to be submitted with this much experience, with hundreds of millions of people having received the doses. And there are 2 things that we've learned during that time. One is that the vaccines are remarkably effective in keeping people out of the hospital and saving lives.
And they also hope that having full approval will encourage more private employers as well as schools and universities to implement vaccine requirements. About 130,000 people in the U.S. are testing positive for COVID every day, up more than 200% from last month.
Hospitalizing unvaccinated people is costing the U.S. health system billions of dollars. That's according to an analysis from Kaiser Family Foundation. It found the average cost of a COVID hospitalization is around $20,000. It also found that 113,000 hospitalizations could have been prevented in June and July. That means more than $2 billion could have been saved during those 2 months if those people had been vaccinated.
When people are not vaccinated and they come into the hospital requiring COVID treatment, they're taking a bed that really needs to be reserved for other people. And
as COVID numbers spike, hospitals across the county, they're having to turn away non-COVID patients from their ICUs, the country that is. Our ABC 10 News reporter Rena Nakano explains San Diego County may soon be faced with that as well.
As a society, we're in big trouble.
The state of the county's COVID positive rates is drastically increasing again. Compared to last month, the daily case count went from 521 to 1,498 just this weekend. In the same time period, percent positive cases went from 5.1% to 8.7%.
Healthcare staff is at our wits' end.
Infectious disease specialist Dr. Christian Ramers says the county is having a difficult time keeping staff employed.
It's something called moral trauma or moral injury. And we go into this field because we care about people, we want to take care of people, but the way that healthcare workers have been treated, we're exhausted after a year and a half, 2 years.
According to the county, hospitalizations increased from 200 a day to 750 a day in the last month. More than 90% of them are not fully vaccinated. In the same time, ICU bed use also jumped from 52 to 145. Even with the increase, county stats show a healthy 77% hospital capacity, but Ramers says this figure may be misleading.
There's definitely a juxtaposition between open beds and people willing to work them.
And you're right that even though we have 25% of our beds open, those beds are useless if they don't have nurses and staff operate them.
With the unrelenting Delta variant, steady decline in hospital staff, and the upcoming winter season, Ramers says it's only a matter of time that San Diego healthcare facilities will have to turn patients away.
God forbid someone gets in a car accident on the way home and there's no ICU bed for them.
Rena Nakano, ABC 10 News.
And according to county statistics, 97% of hospitalizations are from patients who are not fully vaccinated. Turning now to our local cases today, there were just under 1,000 new infections reported. San Diego County has seen more than 324,000 COVID cases since the pandemic began.
In San Diego State, students returned to in-person learning today, but much of the talk had to do with what happened in the neighborhood off campus over the weekend. Neighbors captured video of chaotic parties, Saturday night crowds spilling out of their houses, and they added that the police response was slow until a high school student was shot nearby. Today, the university said it's delivering cease and desist letters to party houses threatening suspension or expulsion for violating the school's code of conduct.
The officer who shot and killed a San Diego woman during the Capitol insurrection has been cleared of any wrongdoing. The U.S. Capitol Police say that the officer acted lawfully and in line with department policy. Ashley Babbitt was seen trying to climb through the broken door into the speaker's lobby when she was shot. There was a months-long investigation that officials say involved interviewing multiple witnesses and reviewing video and radio calls. The officer has not been named publicly because of safety concerns.
And tonight we know more about the 16-year-old Grossmont Union High School student killed in a car crash in El Cajon over the weekend. Police say Gady Cruz was speeding Saturday night when he lost control on Fletcher Parkway, crashing into a light pole and overturning the car. Cruz died at the scene. There were 3 passengers in his car, including 2 juniors at Grossmont High. They were taken to the hospital. Their conditions not released tonight. Funeral services for Cruz will be held this Wednesday at 10 a.m. at Meridian Baptist Church in El Cajon.
A new mural honoring deported veterans was unveiled this weekend in Barrio Logan. It's part of a project called Leave No One Behind, and it can be seen at the Don Diego VFW on Logan Avenue. Advocates say many deported veterans suffer from PTSD, which in some cases can be linked to crimes that led to their deportation. They're hopeful the Biden administration will follow through on its promise to create a pathway to citizenship for these veterans, but they're cautious of what that would look like.
It sounds like a long process. It's going to be a case by case, and that's why they need to get started yesterday, right? There's a long ways to go to bring every single person back.
There is a QR code on the mural in Barrio Logan, which links to a biography of each veteran depicted.